Urbex is the spirit of the Northwest. You and I will travel and go on adventures together. There's nothing like the Northwest. You and I will experience new things together. There's nothing like the Northwest. And it can be found here on PNWURBEX. PNWURBEX is spirit of the Northwest.
Hey everyone, welcome to Pacific Northwest Urbex. Hope everybody's having a good day today. I'm here at the Tacoma Central Complex. It's a former Hobby Lobby. This Hobby Lobby opened in 2014. They closed back in June of 2024. They didn't have a liquidation sale, but they pretty much just shipped all of their merch to other stores. The former store that used to be in this prior to that was Top Foods, and Top Foods was in here for quite a few years prior to that. I believe Top Foods was in here back when this complex was first built. The Tacoma Central Complex is basically just a strip mall outdoor shopping center. Some of the stores that are in this area is Office Depot, PetSmart, Oshkosh, Famous Shoes, or Famous Footwear, Target, TJ Maxx, and a bunch of other stores, Dollar Tree. It's a pretty big complex. The complex does pretty well. Not really sure why this particular space has problems. If you want to call it problems, I don't know, maybe Hobby Lobby went into a different area of Tacoma. I've never been inside of a Hobby Lobby before, but we're certainly gonna check this one out, see if we can see inside. There's a lease sign up on the door. Let's take a look inside, see if we can see anything. It looks pretty empty. There's another doorway that's in there, so obviously that's a little bit harder to see inside. See if we can see in through another entrance here. Yeah, it's too much reflection from the vestibule. Let's check out this over here. Yeah. Really can't see much. This courtyard used to be where Top Foods used to store their grocery carts, and I believe they had outdoor plants and stuff out here. Top Foods in my area before they closed. I shopped at it a couple times, so it wasn't that bad of a store. Never really that busy though. This store is in the shopping center is located along Highway 16 in Tacoma, so they get a fair amount of traffic. But I don't know, the building's in pretty good shape. Not really too sure. I don't want to step in that. Not really too sure who would move in here. I mean, it seems like a lot of stores are closing. But yeah, I don't know. It's the complex, the shopping center in itself is pretty good shape. Always busy. Not a bad area of Tacoma. What is that? Anybody want any carrots? Yeah, I'll take a pass on that. I don't know, I remember coming in this Top Food a couple of times years ago. Then when it switched to Hobby Lobby, like I said, I've never been inside of a Hobby Lobby. As far as what do they have in a Hobby Lobby, I'm sure you can look around and online and see what they do or don't have. I'm not really into so much hobbies or crafts myself, but it used to be years ago. But you can kind of see the label scar right at the top. Hobby Lobby, crafts and home, accents, and seasonal. So that's a pretty good label scar. I'm trying to see if I can see the old Top Foods label scar. I don't see that. I remember this building used to be, if I remember right, Top Foods, it used to be like red and white. And now it's obviously painted a dark brown. But anyway, I was in Tacoma. We're gonna go check out a Bartell's that will be closing supposedly, and we're gonna do a tour of that. So I figured stop in here. Then I drove past and seen that it was emptied out. On Google Maps, on the street view, it showed like it was open, and then another picture, it was closed. I'm trying to make these videos a little bit longer when I do a site visit. I know, like my other videos, even though nobody has ever said, but I know like my other videos that I do a lot of editing on, they can be kind of long. And that's probably not the greatest thing with people's attention spans nowadays. But you know, the reason why I do that is kind of like the Macy's in Puyallup. A lot of the Sears, definitely Sears. I'm a huge Sears customer and former employee. And a lot of those I will catalog in a lot of detail. Just because they're never going to be around again. Opposed to me just coming up to a store and doing a quick walkthrough. I try to catalog as much as I can. There's a lot of people that I follow. Shout out to Wally B, Stanton's Journeys, Z-Man. There's quite a few. I mean, personally, on YouTube, I'll follow, gosh, I think probably 60 Urbexers, Free for All. There's quite a few that I'll follow, and I enjoy each one of their different types of videos. You know, some make them really quick, short. Some are more longer. And every person that's doing this, the filming the Urbex scene on YouTube, I like each one of their styles. When I started doing urbexing, just trying to think of what I can maybe do a little bit different, you know, and I think every person does try to figure that out. And I think everybody does definitely have their way of filming, editing, and how they're doing it. But I'll definitely talk about more about what I do. When I'm gonna be coming up and doing a YouTube live. Right now we're at, I think, 144 followers on YouTube for Pacific Northwest Urbex. Once we hit that 150 mark, I plan on doing a live. I've already chose the location where I want to film at. Should be a really nice view. I can get good cell signal. There's a lot of places here in the Northwest to choose from, but unfortunately, like up in the Cascades and the Olympics, the mountain ranges and stuff, Mount Rainier, it can be really tough to get a signal. So, I mean, if I could, I would definitely do it up in the mountains, give you a nice view. But we're gonna have to resort to down here in the lower peninsula. But anyway, I guess I kind of rambled on. Sometimes I can do that. But like I said, I want to try to make these videos a little bit longer, of these quick stops that I do. I just released a rail fanning video today. and I'll be doing a little bit more of those. I do have some like model train show videos that I've put out in the last couple of years, but you can definitely go back and check, see what we filmed. But anyway, that's probably enough for now for me just rambling on. I will catch you guys in the next video. I do want to thank each and every one that's watching this video. I really do appreciate it. Be sure to give me a thumbs up. If you don't like them, give me a thumbs down. It's all good. And if you'd like to leave a comment, whatever you like to say, or even tell me where you're from. I think that'd be kind of cool to let me know where you're from, that you're watching my videos here in Washington State. Some from Oregon. And there'll be some coming up from Montana, maybe Idaho, down the road. But anyway, like I said, I'm just rambling on again. Anyway, you guys have a great week. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye, everyone.